Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Math Made Easy with Terry in 10 minutes. So we're gonna go straight to graphing of inequalities. So here I'm gonna just make some quick points. Then the next video I'm gonna move to how to graph linear inequalities, and the video after that will be on how to graph quadratic inequalities. Please don't forget to subscribe and click on notification bell so when I post a new video, you'll be the first person to know. So inequalities of a graph, it allows us to visualize the region that will satisfy one or more inequalities. So we either use a solid line or a dashed line, depending. So we usually use a solid line when one means that the line is included, or we use a dashed line, means the line is not included. And we also try to shade to show all the values or region that satisfy that equation. Because I'm aware some of you are writing and making notes, I'm going to write what I just said on the board. So when I say inequalities, so it helps us to visualize the region that satisfy one or more inequalities. So inequalities, okay, inequalities of a graph allow us to visualize. So basically to see, all right? Allow us to visualize the region that satisfy one or more inequalities. Okay, so in this case, usually we can either use a solid line So I'm going to explain when do we use it, how do we use it. I will solve examples on it, or dashed line, or some people can call it dotted, depending on how which of the textbook you use. All right, so dotted lines are used to indicate the start of the region. Okay, so a solid line, okay, means the line is included. Okay, so when you use a solid line, it means the points on that line, or the points on that line are included. Is that okay? So for instance, we use this when we're talking about less than or equal to or greater than or equal to. But we use a dashed line. Okay, we use a dash or dotted line. Now this means the line is not included. And usually we use a less than or greater than for this, okay? Now, also in some cases, you will see them shading, okay? I'm gonna solve this. So the shade, so when you see shading the region, all right? Usually you shade the region that satisfy the inequality, all right? So the shade is used to show, okay, all the values or region that satisfy the inequality. Okay, so we use a shade to show all the values or region that satisfy the inequalities. All right, so that will be that. So let me just tell you the types of inequalities we're going to talk about. We're going to graph in this video series. I'm going to show you how to graph linear inequalities. Okay. and I'm going to show you how to graph quadratic what? Inequalities. Okay, and that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to start with linear inequalities in the next video. So we're going to start with that. But before I go there, just to remind you that the reason for graphing is to visualize, to see the region that's satisfied. We could use a solid line or a dashed line. You use a solid line to show that it is included, while for a dashed line means it's not included. For solid line, it's basically for the less than or greater than and equal to, while for the dashed line or dotted line is just for the less than or greater than. And when we shade, it's used to show all the values of region that satisfy the inequalities. And we're going to talk about two things. We're going to talk about the linear inequalities, how to draw them, and the quadratic inequalities, how to draw them. So please, it's important that you've watched my video on how to sketch linear graphs and how to sketch quadratic graphs, because in order for you to do that, for you to sketch a linear inequalities, you need to know how to sketch a linear graph first. Before you can sketch a quadratic inequalities, you need to know how to sketch a quadratic graph first. So please, it's important you go back to the playlist, select the sketching of a graph, and try as much as possible to watch it, understand it before coming here. All right, so I'm going to see you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe and like. If you have any question, please don't hesitate to contact me, and I'll get back to you soon. All right, so I'll see you soon.